Hello Scorpio, welcome back, or welcome if you've never been here before. I'm Lisa, this is Rooted Souls Tarot, and we're going to have a little bit of a look at what's going on with you with your weekly tarot reading. I've got some oracle cards, so technically not tarot, but helpful nonetheless. We'll pick you two, and then we'll have a Woodland Warden's card, and then we'll delve into the tarot. So, a bit of a shuffle. See what Scorpio needs to know this week. Okay, right, let's have that one. It's very interesting. These last few weeks, the same cards have been coming out. You know, there's loads of them, and some of them have never been out. Really interesting. There's about 10 that just keep rotating. So it's obviously a collective energy that's going on this week. Well, the last few weeks. We have remembrance, rosemary, and we have forbidden fruit, apple. Woodland Wardens, what have you got for us today? The salamander and black pepper, inspiration. Beautiful cards. Right. Okay, I think this is about you. I think this is about you connecting with your past self. I think this is you sitting in a space where you are remembering who you were, who you once were, and maybe feeling a little bit sad about that. But also knowing that in order for us to move forwards, we need to grow. We need to grow, we need to evolve, we need to change. And we need to shed our skin, just like the lovely snake in this forbidden fruit card. We've got the salamander, black pepper, inspiration. I feel like there's a transformation going on with you this week. A transformation, and one that is, it's involving past you. I think, you know, there's a lot of the past coming up. Maybe a few regrets, a few, I wish I'd have done it this way, or I wish it was like I was when I was, you know, I was younger, or at that point in my life. And I think it's all necessary for you to evolve and to transform in the way that you need to. I think there's some really deep stuff going on this week for you, I think, Scorpio. So let's have a look what the cards have got to say. Let's see what the tarot's got for us. A little bit of a look. What does Scorpio need to know about this week? What's happening with Scorpio this week? We've got the Two of Pentacles. We've got the Emperor. The Ace of Wands. The Six of Wands. The King of Cups. Okay. Two of Pentacles, it's about juggling. It's about finding balance. And it's in a material kind of way. So maybe it is that you are struggling with time, you're struggling with work, you're struggling just to generally find a good balance in your life on a day-to-day basis. Maybe it's money. But I really feel like this week, you know, you've got this real juggling energy going on with you. The Five of Wands, discontent, and the Tower. Okay, so I think this energy is, I think you've had a little bit of enough of it. I think it's making you feel unsettled, it's making you feel unsure about things, it's really making you feel quite stressed, and I think it needs to end. And I think it's going to end for you. And I think it's going to either end because you've had a bit of a mental breakthrough, because you really started to shift the way that you're looking at things and realising, right, I've had enough, enough's enough. And you're shifting the way that you're going to be doing things in the future. Or there's going to be a situation that's going to shift it for you, and help you out of this constant place of juggling, of balancing, of trying to keep that equilibrium going in your day-to-day life. We've got the Emperor. The Emperor, he's confident, he's in control. And I think this is what you want. I think you know, when we're juggling, when we're feeling out of balance, it's very unsettling, and it can make us feel like we're, you know, at the beck and call of all the situations around us. We're not in control of life, and we're not able to do the things that we want because we're too busy trying to juggle, trying to find that balance with things. You know, whether it's because we've not got any money, or because we're not got the time, or because we've just got so much on that we can't actually get things done. It just makes us feel out of control, doesn't it? And I think we've got the Emperor there, so he's taking back control. We've got the Page of Wands, and we've got the High Priestess. So I think you know intuitively what to do. I think, you know, and I think maybe the Tower is highlighting that. We know deep down what we can do. I mean, there's very, very rare moments, and this is, you know, this is the time when I am most stressed, when I don't know the answer and I don't know the solution. Most of the time the solution is clear. We know, we can connect to ourselves, and we know deep down what the answer is. And I think in this situation, you know what the answer is. You know the solution. It's within you. And I think maybe you've got to look at things in a more light-hearted way, come at things from a fresh perspective. And the Page of Wands, she's fun, she's creative, she's happy, she just moves through life in a sort of don't care kind of way, just not letting things take her down. And maybe this is where our Remembrance card comes in, and this transformational energy is, I think maybe you've been taking life a little bit too seriously in recent years, and it's been holding you back, it's been dragging you down, it's been making life not as fun because you have been taking things way too seriously. Maybe the fun has gone out of your life and you're feeling like you're drudging through life, just one step in front of the other, same day, different week, and things haven't been feeling great. You've been felt out of control, you've been at the beck and call of whatever's going on around you, and this is the week, I think, where things are going to shift, where you're going to embrace that younger you, the way you used to be, that carefree kind of attitude, that lighter, that brighter kind of energy with you. And, you know that intuition, that is the answer, that is the solution. And I know it's really difficult. It's really difficult when you're in the middle of stuff and things just feel a lot. Sometimes we've just got to think, do you know what? We have got this one life. And yes, this is difficult. Yes, this is hard. How can I make things easier for myself? What would younger you do? What would the carefree younger you do? Would they carry all of this burden, all of this weighty stuff, and just keep putting the head down and ploughing forward? No, they'd think of an easy way out, probably, making things a little bit less serious, a little bit maybe releasing some of the things that you've got going on, and just finding a solution because you just want to have fun. I think it's about shifting. It's about shifting, transforming into a lighter energy. Because I feel quite heavy. I feel like things have got quite heavy for you in recent times, and quite serious. And I think things are going to shift. You're going to start taking back control, and I think you're going to feel lighter and brighter, and you're going to learn to connect to your intuition a little bit more this week. Got the Ace of Wands, your passion being reignited. Because when we feel like we're drudging through life, when we're out of control, our creativity, our passion, it just disappears, doesn't it? And I think that's very much what needs to come back. I think your creativity, your passion for life, your mojo needs to come back. And this week, I think it will. I think, during this transformational week that you're having, I think you're going to get your passion back. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, so you're going to really consider about how you can move forwards in the best possible way regarding your pentacle. How can you release this energy where you're just fighting to keep balance, to stay afloat almost. I think you're going to make some really positive steps forward, considered steps forward when it comes to whatever it is you're balancing this week. And I think it's going to help you get your mojo back. I think it's going to help you find your passion, and it's going to give you a bit of a new lease of life. It's going to free you up. I had the word freedom just popped into my head then. Freedom. Queen of Swords. She's starting to see things clearly. She's starting to find clarity. Everything's, the clouds are clearing and everything is feeling better, I think. Just finding the clarity, seeing things in a different way, finding that freedom, freedom to move forwards in whatever way you want to. I love this card, this Queen of Swords. She looks like she's steering a boat. She's got a sword there at the side of her, but it looks like she's steering her way, moving herself forward. And the swords are very transformational. In a lot of the swords cards, there's butterflies, there's a bird here in the background, and again, it's about transformation. It's about shedding that skin, about growing, about changing, about shifting things because you're finding that clarity. We've got the Six of Wands, Scorpio, as well here. It's about being noticed. It's about being celebrated for your wins. So I think you're going to have a little bit of a win this week. There's going to be something that's going to really, I think, help you to push yourself forwards, to help you to realise, yes, this is what I need to be doing. I think you're going to start winning with reclaiming that time back, that money back, whatever it is that you've been balancing. I think you're going to start seeing a difference in it. Three of Pentacles, other people, collaboration. So maybe it's because you're getting a little bit of help. Maybe you are delegating a little bit better. Or maybe you're just getting some input from other people that have got, a bit of insight, a bit of information that can help you to solve your problems this week. We've got the Ten of Swords there, moving away from a very stressful situation, moving towards the light. So I think maybe things are going to come to a little bit of a head this week, and that is what's going to give you the strength, give you the insight, give you the push towards what you need to do next. It's going to give you a push towards that golden light, and I think it's going to be a blessing, and I think it's going to free you up so much. Just looking again, I mentioned the word freedom. Look at that bird there. I've just been drawn to that bird. Free as a bird, not weighted down by because you're trying to keep everything, all your plates in the air. You're feeling freer. You're feeling in a more serene, in a more grounded place. We've got the King of Cups there. He's not letting his emotions overwhelm him. He's feeling grounded, he's feeling anchored, he's feeling connected, and he's feeling back in charge and feeling, like I say, more serene because of that. We've got the Five of Swords there, so I think there's some releasing happening of ways of thinking. I think you're finding that peace, you're finding that serenity because you're releasing, you're letting things go, you're letting old ways of thinking go, old ways of thinking that maybe don't serve you anymore, things that have been on your mind, things that have been stressing you out, and things that maybe you've blown out of proportion. But it's certainly something that you've been struggling with, and now you're letting it go. You're letting it go. We've got the Knight of Wands there. He's moving forward. He's a knight. He's got the card of movement. He's moving forwards. He's moving forwards in a fiery and passionate way. He's moving towards the things in life that bring him joy, that bring him passion, that make him happy. So I think there's a lot of wands in here. I think, you're moving towards your joys, your passions, maybe work, but you're doing it. You're definitely doing it, and it's the catalyst has been you're just sick of balancing and juggling and fighting. And I think you've just had enough. And I think you're just taking control. You're connecting with how things used to be, and you are just moving forwards. I think there's going to be some inspiration along the way with that lovely salamander, a little bit of a light. I actually think that's happening with this tower moment, a bit of an epiphany moment, a bit of a shift in the way that things are moving forwards. And I think it's going to give you inspiration. It's certainly going to give you inspiration to make changes, and to embrace freedom, to embrace a carefree attitude, to not take things so seriously, and to lighten your load. Absolutely lighten your load this week, Scorpio. Right, I hope that's been helpful. Please let me know in the comments if this resonates with you. I always love to know what's happening in your world. In the meantime, you look after yourself, stay rooted, stay open, and stay magical, and I will catch up again with you very, very soon.